We're getting this show rolling uh, Monday, October 4th. A fall autumnal sweeps over the Long Island city as we know it. So yes, we're going to let everybody get a minute or two to get set, to get in front of their devices, and then we'll get to it because we got a lot of stuff to cover today. Uh, so many things over the weekend. What a busy weekend I had. We're going to get to all of that. When the show starts at 6:30, it really starts 6:31, 6:32 because as people, as Long Islanders, we're always running late. We're always rushing to get somewhere, waiting on lines, waiting on. I can't tell you how many lines I've waited on this weekend, whether it was gas station lines, department store lines, grocery store lines, all kinds of online. Doesn't matter. Offline, any line, you name the line, I waited on it this weekend. But I'm happy to be here with you, my squares, on the Steve Squared Show. And we'll get you going. And I'm going to give you a little taste of what I did this weekend. I'll play us in another couple of seconds. Let me just say it was a very busy. Stay with me today. Help me out. Give me that energy I need because I'm exhausted. I don't know how you're feeling today, but I'm feeling tired. Boy, after what a weekend. Highs, lows, and everything in between. So it's 6:32, and why don't I start off with, I always like to give us a little something that kind of plays along, ties the ribbon together of what I did this weekend. Here we go. Let's see if that rolls for you. Let's see if that works for you guys. Here's what I did. Oh yeah. Bring in a little bit of the tambourine right now. Oh yeah. They say there's always magic in the air. That's true. There's always magic in the air, especially here. But when you're walking down that street and you ain't had enough to eat, the glitter rubs right off and you're nowhere. That's the great George Benson. Great sound, right? Oh yeah. They say the women treat you fine on Broadway. And that's right. I was not on Broadway this weekend. I'm sorry. Sorry for the trick I played on all you squares. But I was close to off-Broadway. I was about 55 miles off-Broadway, east, at performing on stage, great to be back on stage, at the Northport One-Act Play Festival. And you've all heard me gripe about it this past week or two or three, about, you know the way I gripe, and I'm not, my mom says I'm not happy unless I'm griping or just complaining, and she's right. Plus, I'll tell you right off the bat, is anybody's Facebook working or Instagram? I got a text that it's back up. I don't think so. I'm trying to post the show. Not working. Instagram is just telling me it'll connect when it feels like it. I mean, I guess for a billion-dollar company, why would you expect them to work properly? So right away, I'll tell you what that is.
This is so unfair!
It's ridiculous. It's just completely ridiculous that Facebook can't get its act together and it's all down today. Very suspicious, wouldn't you say? That was one of my lines from the show. And I know you were all waiting with bated breath to hear how my line went, the Punxsutawney line, Groundhog's Day in Punxsutawney. That's like Passover in Punxsutawney. Remember I said I didn't understand that line? But the writer came to see the show, and he was in love with it. So that really all that mattered. The director liked it. Everybody was all aboard. I feel bad because I was really on the verge of just going nuts on all of them. Losing my mind. I mean, here's some of right before we went on stage. I have some audio of myself and the director.
No dough, no show.
So right away I'm embarrassed to play that.
No dough, no show.
So then the director came back.
This is unacceptable!
And then there you have it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Anyway, the show went on without a hitch. I think for the most part. Here, I'll show you guys this was my flyer here from the show. 12th Annual Northport One Act Play Festival. For all you guys and gals out there, take a look. Wonderful, right? So that was pretty cool. And I don't know if you look closely. Oh, my name's not even on this. What the heck. Anyway, so I was in a show called Billy Buckner. It was a great show, and everybody's so nice. They're all hugging afterwards, and everybody's giving compliments. I saw so many wonderful people that I had done previous shows with in the past, old directors, actors, actresses. Really nice time. My family was able to go, which was wonderful. They got to see me perform. They get to see me perform every day, so it really is no difference. Art imitates life, and for the most part, I am always on as far as acting. I don't really know when I'm not. But, except when I'm with the Squares. And welcome to the Steve Square Show. If you just came on this and you were like, who is this guy rambling? I am your funny man, Stevie K. Of course, alone, by myself, solo. Nobody knows where Steve is. Sally's somewhere, who knows where. I can't keep track of these people. But don't worry, because next week I got such a surprise for you. At this One Act Play Festival, I connected again with a wonderful actress. So she's a great performer. She sings in front of a 15-piece big band orchestra, does all the big band stuff. Bobby Ruth, and she will be appearing, she doesn't know this yet, but she will be appearing on next week's show in the studio. We're going to get her, and you'll love her. She'll do some shtick. She might sing a song. We'll talk about old-time shows we've done together. Maybe we'll do a little shtick or two together. It's going to be wonderful, so tune into that next week on the Steve Squared Show with Bobby Ruth. So I connected with her. She's the woman with, I always call her the woman with 1,000 wigs. She always has different wigs. She was in a couple of the shows there too. So anyway, everybody's so wonderful and nice and hugging. And I was 2 days before we opened, I was ready to just go crazy on all of them. And then I'm like, maybe it's me, because everybody else seems so nice. But I don't think so. I think I embrace my anger. I embrace the rage in me. I don't want to be. Everybody's like, you have to take yoga, do a seance, get help, get meditation. I don't think so. If you live on Long Island, if you have to encounter a day on the life of living on Long Island, whether it be our wonderful smooth roads, our beautiful festivals that take up the block that you have to go to get to your ATM, maybe you'd like to go to a car show with your dad and wait on a 3-hour-long line. Maybe you'd like to enjoy that. So maybe no, I don't need to see a Buddhist or a scientist or watch a Tony Robbins video. Maybe I want to be angry. Why can't I be angry? Why do I have the problem?
Wrong.
That's, if I'm just...
You're tacky and I hate you.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. So, tough on everybody else. I enjoy and embrace the person I am, and everybody else should. Embrace the person I am, not your person yourself. You people need to change, not me. Anyway, no, they were wonderful people. I want to give a shout out to all the wonderful people that made that festival possible at the Northport One Act Festival. Joanne Katz and her husband, I forgot his name, Mr. Katz. Mr. Katz. So they were really did everything they could to make the show great. My family's always so funny. They're like, your show, because it's a lot of different one-act shows, and they were like, yours was the best. They'll always tell me that. I could have just stood up on the stage. So it's hard to get a real track of, but other people seem to enjoy it. Again, my show was called Billy Buckner. It was about I'm a baseball fan, and I'm about to get married, and I'm really not a really attentive fiance. I don't pay attention. She gets annoyed with me, and my older self comes back in time to visit me and show me the right way, the right path to take. Not unlike an It's a Wonderful Life story where Clarence comes down and talks to George. Really a reboot of that, only in a different setting and on stage. So, it was, I guess, a dramedy. It had touching moments. I tried to make it funny because I don't like, let's be honest, I only enjoy comedy. I enjoy comedy and anger. Those are the two things that I enjoy. But anyway, so yeah, so that went off pretty well, and you could see. Go on Facebook whenever it works again. If Facebook should ever work again, you'll see on my feed on Steve Kaminsky or on the Steve Squared Show. You can go right on there because Instagram's not working either. But if you ever want to go on any kind of social media again, feel free. And you'll see some of the posts of the pictures. They were pretty good. I had some really good, my family took some good shots, and friends and things like that. I thought it was good. Oh, you know what? Stop it. Just stop it. It was good.
Wrong.
That is wrong. Anyway, today is a big day. It's October 4th. Boy, is it getting dark early. That is depressing. I just looked outside. Remember when I used to do the show and it was gloriously sunny? I would wear sunglasses. It's now dark out. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure. I'm not really a science guy. I don't know how the whole sun evolves around the moon and the earth. But whatever it is, I need it to stop because it's depressing me. But here's a good thing to hang your hat on. Today is October 4th, National Taco Day. I'm sorry to tell you late. If you haven't gotten your loved one a taco, run outside right now. Go to your local Taco Bell. They're giving free tacos at Taco Bell. Don't quote me on it. When you go in, don't say the Steve Squared Show told me. But I think they're giving something like that. Who knows? But it's National Taco Day. Also, it's National Vodka Day, which is odd if the two go together. Shouldn't it be like a margarita day with tacos? Doesn't that go together? But anyway, it's National Vodka Day, so get yourself a pile of tacos, get yourself a liter of vodka. That's what you do on a Monday. That's what you do.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
That is true. I do have a case of the Mondays, but that was good. I mean, the show went well. Me and my dad, like I mentioned, we went to this great big car show at the Tobay Beach. It's once a year. It's the annual Tobay Beach Car Show. They have thousands of cars. It's enormous. BAB was there. Big bands are playing. The problem was when we get there, starts at 11 supposedly, but we got there at 11:30. There was a line down Ocean Parkway that never ended, as far as the eye could see. And my dad was right away. He's like, Steve, turn around. This is not for me. I said, let's give it a shot. Let's see. We waited. We got in. We parked and we walked and we saw a lot of cool cars and it was a lot of fun. My dad loves the car shows. He loves to do the models and then the cars and we saw some old cars. We saw a 1926 Ford, which was the last good car they made. Then what else did we see? We saw some Porsches and all kinds of Chevy cars and convertibles and crazy cars, and it was a lot of fun. Then we got out of there with our lives, thank goodness. So that was fun. So right away, boom, the weekend's feeling good, right? Did that. Then we're getting set for a big Yankee game, Sunday, right? For my Yankee squares out there. Big Yankee day, last day of the season. They got to win to get in the playoffs, or else they would have had to play tonight, and I wouldn't have had a Steve Squared Show because I would have been watching I would have turned the computer around. We would all watch the Yankee game together. But thank goodness for that. We didn't have to do that. The Yankees won yesterday. Very good. Really exciting game. 1-0. They score in the bottom of the ninth. Aaron Judge does it. They jump up and down. A lot of excitement. Big news in the New York sports area, you'd think. But I'll tell you what happened. Let me see if I could can find out what happened. So I could show you for myself. Here's Newsday, which you all know I always pick some stories out of Newsday. I use that for some of my stories and things like that. And Steve always says, stop using Newsday. Well, here's number one reason why I should. It's the back page, big story. All the Post, the Daily News, big Yankee headlines, Judge, All Rise. Really good kind of thought-provoking, good slogan headlines. Tons. What's on the back of Newsday? Jets. That crappy, horrible team, the Jets, they put on the back page because they won a game. This team that loses every week and will lose every week. They happen to luckily win a game. They put that on the back. Come on. I mean, you know what that is?
You're an idiot!
You're an idiot, Newsday. You're a complete and utter...
You're an idiot!
That's really unnecessary.
It's unbelievable, is what it is. You know what it is?
You need help.
Newsday needs help.
You need serious
They
help.
need to talk to the
serious,
editor.
Serious help.
They really need help. So Newsday puts the Jets on the back. And that right there, there's my first gripe of the day. I'm sorry, I told you I was going to turn a leaf for the fall, be a more nicer, more accepting, patient individual. No. I'm upset with the line at the car show. I'm upset with Instagram and Facebook going down today. I'm upset with Newsday. I have a few more which I'll save later because I don't want to dump it all on you. You guys are the squares are my therapists, and for any good therapist, you don't want to dump it all. I want you to marinate on that for a while, and now I'll throw in some lighter stuff. Back to Taco Day. So I was interested in this whole taco thing, right? So October 4th. So last year, here, I got this number for you. Americans ate 4.5 billion tacos. And right after that, I'll tell you what happened. They ate 4.5. That seems like a lot of tacos, doesn't it? I don't know. It seems like an awful lot of tacos. But, let me see. I had that number. Let me see if I can get that number for you folks. I want to get the exact number. Do I have it here for you? Thought I had it for you. Anyway, so they eat, let's figure around 4.5 billion tacos. And right after that, of course, Americans set a record for going to the bathroom. There you go. You always got to make sure you flush, and then it goes down. So, that's something Americans lead the world at. So they eat all these tacos. So I was interested to find out I dug a little deeper because, I'm a journalist, I'm a writer. You've seen my book, Anything is Possible. It's somewhere here. I never have a day where my book is not close at hand. You see this? I was giving this out at the show. I'm always giving my book out. I'm always self-promoting. Everybody's hugging each other. I'm handing out my book. So, National Taco Day. So I'm thinking about, I see they do this dig deeper into National Taco Day. What do you prefer, a hard shell or a soft shell? Are you a hard shell person or a soft shell person? So I looked into it, and they have characteristics for each. So, for example, if you are a hard shell person, if you prefer your taco as a hard shell, you are a extrovert, adventurous, curious, happy person. You're high maintenance, though, and you prefer dogs. You prefer dogs. If you're a hard shell taco person, you're happy, you're curious, adventurous spirit, you're crunching your taco, you're a hard shell guy. You're a hard shell gal. If you're a soft shell, you're more reserved. You're an introvert. You want to eat your soft taco in a closet, away from the world. You just want to be alone in a dark dungeon eating your soft taco. You're clean, which is always very good, so you're not a messy taco eater. You are creative, and you're friendly, not unlike myself. And you're a cat person. If you're a soft shell taco person, you like cats. Now, they don't specify, so it says hard-shell dog, soft-shell cat. I don't know if they mean that's the kind of taco you prefer. I hope not. I hope you're not having a dog taco. I hope they just mean that you're someone that likes dogs and cats. Cats for soft-shell. So, think about that. Marinate that a while tonight. The next time you have a taco and you're going to order a hard or soft shell, what type of person are you? Everything is not just what it seems. It's not just ordering a hard taco. There's meaning behind everything. And if you go on Cura or Google, they will make up any nonsense you want, and that's what I can provide with you. I am the king of minutia. My favorite word. I'm back to minutia. Remember, I was thinking of changing it at one time. What was that? Oh my gosh, there was another word. It wasn't gobbledygook, which I also love. It was, I forget the word. It's kind of similar to minutia. But I think I'm going back to minutia. It's really such a great word. So, anyway. Make sure that, there you go. So, here's something pretty cool. If you did not know, I was reading about this. You know him and you love him. So, of course, that is the great... Oh, I lost it for a second. Hold on. Oh, boy. Everybody hold on. There we go. So that was the great Captain Kirk. And William Shatner will be going on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin spaceship. At 90 years old, he will be the oldest person to go into space. And I think that's pretty cool. I hope he comes back. You remember a while back, John Glenn did that, and he was the oldest. But now, apparently, I'm just logging back on. There's been a problem with all this tech stuff. Let me just get myself set here and see if that works. It should work, and let me see if it gets you guys all set. You know who I thought he should take? Betty White with him. If you had William Shatner and Betty White, that would be fantastic. But, you know, we shall see. Hold on one second here, because you see, this has been a problem all day. Wow, look at this. Yeah, they've been really having an issue. I don't know if you guys have been having an issue with it, but let's see if it works. Because I'm trying to get this stuff up for you guys, because there's a lot of stuff I want to show you. And let's see if it works. It looks like it's starting to, there we go. There we go. Now it's rolling. Now we're rolling. Now we're in business. And there we go. So, they are going up. I believe it's November. It's pretty soon. November something, November 4th or something like that. Or no, October. It's actually, I think it's actually sooner. I'm getting their mission confused with the return. This is big. If I had a drum roll, do I have a drum roll? Let me see if I have a drum roll. We could try this.
Oh my God.
That's right. Oh my God. The McRib sandwich is coming back to McDonald's November 1st. Your McRib will be back. Just be patient, all you rib-eating people. The McRib, which was made famous. Do you know when the McRib sandwich came out from McDonald's? 1982. I like to know where these things are born, where they come from. I like to really get into the, and let me see, this is why I was getting into all this. This is what I wanted to play for you guys. Let's see if I can cue it up for you. Here we go. I got it for you. Oh yeah, this is good. Let me see if I get this for you.
82.
Here we go.
What'd you say this was again?
McDonald's calls it the McRib sandwich. It's a new kind of Q.
McRib? I don't see any bones.
Hey, who wants bones in a sandwich?
Right.
McRib is all meat, lean pork that's grilled and simmered in a hickory smoke flavored barbecue sauce, and put on a home-style roll with pickles and onions. Well, How about it? Mm-hmm. The McRib sandwich, a new kind of cute. At Mc.
So the McRib, that was the McRib sandwich that they had back in the day. And oh, look who we just saw in space.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about, mister?
You're going into outer space. That's what I'm telling you. That was Captain Kirk. So the McRib sandwich is coming back November 1st. So what happened was, I'm going to give you a little background on the McRib. It started back, what happened was in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a real slow sales on meat. People were starting to hear that meat, all that red meat, fast food red meat, was not that great for you. Who'd have thought? I always think those things are funny, like when they find out that smoking wasn't that great for you. It's almost like if you lit your head on fire and they said, you know, lighting your head on fire is probably not good for you. We did testing, we did a lot of results search, a lot of survey, we were in the lab, and pouring gasoline on yourself and then taking a match, that's not a good idea. So you probably don't want to do it. Yet people still do it. But anyway. So the meat industry took a hit. As all good industries do at one time. So they pivoted. All these fast food joints, and McDonald's tried the McFish fillet, and that's pretty popular. But their big go-to promotional food drop was the McRib sandwich. So Ray Kroc, the McDonald's guy, hired this mad scientist, and I think, do I have him here? So this mad scientist guy, what was his name? He was, hold on a second, where was our mad scientist? He developed this...
You're ugly, you're disgusting.
That's not him, here he is.
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Why is so much of our science dangerous? Why not merely say science and love it so much?
So, what was this guy's name? I'm very curious to find out. Oh, here it is. Hold on, I got it right here for you. See, I always wrote it down. This guy, his name was Roger Mandigo. Not that it matters. So he was hired to come up, he was a scientist, a food scientist, and he was hired to basically come up with some kind of meat byproduct, imitational, non-disgusting slab of brownness and glop some barbecue sauce on it. And of course, the American public was all too happy to run through a fast food restaurant and order that up. You put it on a nice hoagie with a pickle, let's go! And so the McRib, and you call it a cool name. What's cooler than the McRib? I actually had my McRib removed. I broke my McRib back in high school in a baseball injury. Speaking of broken bones, we're almost coming up to the 1-year anniversary of my broken leg. I always like to remind my family the cause of my broken leg. They actually, I told you, my parents pushed me down the steps, but that's another story. I don't want to get into that. Anyway, so it's funny. My mom will always tell me before I go on a show or something like that, hey, go break a leg. I say, well, don't say that in October, because if you remember, it was a year ago that I did that. And as a little tidbit, as an actor myself and a showman, break a leg, to give you a little background on that, break a leg is something they say in performances. They don't say good luck, because good luck, it was superstitious not to wish someone good luck, because you would bring the spirits of bad luck out. So you would say something that wasn't good, break a leg, so you would hopefully get the opposite, which would mean have a good performance or something like that. So that's the story behind break a leg and the story behind how my leg broke. But luckily I got through the show. And speaking of that, oh my gosh, the poor Bobby Ruth that's coming on next week, she'll tell us in detail how she almost broke her neck, leg, and the rest of her. She's a very petite woman. She was in rehearsal and she went flying down the steps, but luckily the wigs cushioned her fall and she was okay, thank goodness. So this mad scientist comes up with a boneless rib, which I don't know if any of you are familiar with pork, or where it comes from, the pig. Pigs usually have bones. So the thought was, how did he remove really pork? You don't not want to know what was conglomeratingly made in the lab. But like I said, if you pour barbecue sauce over it, people will eat anything, right? You put a shoe, call it the McShoe. You get Nike involved, you call it the McSneaker. And you pour globs of barbecue sauce on it, maybe a little honey mustard, right? A little honey mustard and a little BBQ. You call it the McShoe. And you sell it, maybe $2.99. Wrap it up in something cute. Remember the McDLT? McDonald's had another great idea. I love people with ideas. They weren't satisfied enough making $1 billion a day. They need to just constantly be coming up with other crap. So they come up with years ago the McDLT, which was keeping half of the burger hot, like the bun and the burger, but getting the lettuce, tomato cold. And then they called it the McDLT. So the McDLT had problems right off the bat. First of all, they couldn't keep some of it hot, some of it cold. It had to be put in two separate styrofoam containers, and we know, no bueno, styrofoam, bad for the environment. They didn't know that back then. They just threw styrofoam. Everybody was using styrofoam everywhere. They had styrofoam coats. You had shoes made out of styrofoam. We were all in the styrofoam back in the day. But now apparently it's not a good thing. So they stopped doing that. Plus, people had to assemble their own sandwich, which they didn't want to do. You got to open one, open the other, then you might as well just cook it at home. So now it became a mess. Actually, that was the McDLT. Jason Alexander from Seinfeld, as we know him and love him, George, did his first commercial for the McDLT back in the early 80s. He was before he was the whiny, nebbish George. He was singing. You got to look that up on YouTube. He does. Just look up Jason Alexander McDLT, and it will come up. Fantastic commercial. He's singing, dancing. It's really good. So that was the science. And more good news. I'll try to keep the good news going. So the McRib is back. That's wonderful news. And thank goodness, Britney Spears. I'm not really sure what happened. I hear this story. It's trending all over again. If my social media work, she apparently gets her money, her father, that whole nonsense. And I look at some of these videos, and people are outside the courthouse with signs, "Free Britney," type of thing like that. I don't understand. You got nothing better to do than to worry about a billionaire pop star singer who clearly is in some kind of a warped relationship with her dad, and one of those crazy father things like that. I was always a Jamie Lynn Spears fan too. She was always in that show on Nickelodeon. She had a great show, but then I think she got pregnant or something, and they didn't want to have a pregnant 15-year-old in a comedy TV show. You know why? I'll tell you, that's just not going to happen there. So, anyway. Yeah, they thought about this show.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
I have people skills.
I don't really.
I am good at dealing with people.
I'm not really good with dealing with people. So, anyway. So, apparently she gets to, gets all her money. She gets whatever. I don't understand. I don't really understand it at all. But apparently she's not under her father's thumb anymore. So I guess that's good. But it is weird. Let me see if I think I had something from her. Did I have anything from her? I thought I had something from Britney, a quote from her, but I don't really. Well, maybe this is for a soundbite from her.
It's Britney, bitch.
I don't know how that marijuana got in my car.
It's Britney, bitch.
I don't know how that marijuana got in my car.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney. The Britney Spears part of our show is brought to you by, again, one of our proudest non-sponsors, Celsius Energy Drink. Grab one. It's clean, refreshing, and frosty. Orange is my favorite flavor. Grab one out of your local grocer and enjoy one today. It will keep you up for weeks at a time. The caffeine in here has been taken off the shelves by the Food and Drug Administration. If you need some, contact me. I have a black market supply of Celsius energy drinks. I had a drink once called a JoJo when I was training for the New York City Marathon. Again, self-promoting myself. It's all in the book. Anything is possible. Or you can see me at the North Pole One Act Festival on Instagram if you like me and if it works. How do you like that? See the way I tie it all together? Like a big bow at Christmas time. Passover in Punxsutawney. Nobody laughed at that line. The writer was there. He laughed. He came in to see the show. Thank goodness he was happy with the show. He's a really nice guy. Again, they're all nice people. I'm the one that's the problem. But yes, pop open a Celsius at the Britney Spears. Let's celebrate the freedom of Britney Spears. Thank goodness she's okay. Don't worry. I don't know. And again, I had this conversation with somebody. Everybody's trying to get, be the conservationist. I like plastic straws, as you can see. Plastic. Enjoy them. I don't want a metal straw. I don't want a wooden straw. I don't want something rolled out of paper, out of some kind of toilet tissue, where you have to suck on your drink and get it all down in 10 seconds or the whole straw just melts. I do enough for the world. I entertain. I do my Toys for Tots. I write books. I give enough to you people that I should be able to have and enjoy a drink of my energy drink with a plastic straw. It's not going to send the planet spiraling into outer space. And if so, don't worry, because we'll see William Shatner and Betty White on the Jeff Bezos. I'm telling you, they should put Betty White with William Shatner. They're both around the same age, 9 years old. They would make a beautiful couple. That's a good couple. If I had the matchmaker on tonight, I would ask her to match up those two. Oh, that's delicious. Hey, you want to see one of the props I used for the show? This was one of the props. I borrowed this from my dad. It's a coffee container, because in the show I'm supposed to be drinking coffee. Little factoid for you people. I have never in my life sipped a cup of coffee. The girl in the show kept using a lightweight paper cup, and it kept falling over. And it looked embarrassed, like, not embarrassing, I mean, whatever. But I was like, we need something that's covered, that in case it falls. It just was like this paper cup she was using that was just silly. So, anyway, see, I shouldn't be. I don't know if I got it here. They gave me, I probably lost it because, again, I'm really not a nice person. But let's see if yeah, look at this. They gave me, look how nice. This shows you the people how nice they are. Look at this. They gave me a thank you card for participating, and thank goodness for them, right? It says, Dear Steve, thanks for saying yes when I called, and for the opportunity to work together. I never want to be a part of anything you do again. This was the worst experience of my life. Love. No. But I'm sure he was thinking that after a couple of weeks with me. I'm telling you, I am made to be solo in this world. No matter what the case is. I just don't get along with people. It's very hard for me. That's why I'm good for this show, because I don't really see you people. I can only see myself. So that's a positive. So.
It's Britney, bitch.
I thought that was funny. When I saw that, it was really...
Hey, how you doing?
I'm embarrassed. I wanted to play a little bit of from the show I did this weekend. I'll play it again for you.
Hey, how you doing?
It got a big laugh, and no, that wasn't me. Did I say earlier, I have to credit the artist who sang on Broadway. the great George Benson. I think I did. But I want to make sure because I don't, if, again, Facebook ever should come back up, or Instagram, I don't want to be sued, or YouTube for using any copyright infringement, which I did anyway, but let's just give the guy proper credit. He was a great singer on Broadway. It was a great song, even though I was not performing this weekend on Broadway. But I think some Broadway shows are back, and they're getting going again. And so it was really good to be back on stage and to be performing with everybody in a group setting and having a live audience. That was really nice. See, I can have nice moments. I can be sincere. I don't always have to be a sarcastic jerk. Although that's... I don't blame me. I blame the hard taco shell in me. It's the hard taco shell in me that makes me behave the way I am. I'm not a soft taco shell guy. I don't even really like tacos. Again, you know me. But I think I would go with the hard because I feel like that's the kind of person I am. I'm, you know, that type of nice, interesting. I think that's interesting. Think about that tonight. Who you are.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. No, seriously. I want you to do it. And this way it'll give you an idea of what type of person you are. Just like if you're a mounds or an almonds person. Almond Joy. So I was... this is the time of year where everybody goes... Long Islanders are big on festivals and congregating in large masses of mess. Let me get back to griping. So I go to my local... I'm in a rush to get to the show. I want to take a little cash with me. So I can't get to the ATM. They close off the block, of course. There's a street fair, some nonsense festival, kids screaming, parents and everybody's in flip-flops and sweaty tank tops and globbering all over each other. I just want to get cash out of the ATM, no bueno again. So that was, you know, troubling to me. But yes, this is the fall time of year. Right, Long Islanders love, they got their apple picking, their pumpkin picking. This is what they do, right? They love their cider drinks, their hot cider, right? And what's the pumpkin spice flavor you'll see everywhere at your stupid Starbucks restaurants. If Steve was here, I would lambaste him because, of course, he is a barista of the great Starbucks. Anyway, the anger I had was, so they have all these festivals and apple picking, pumpkin picking, chai picking everything. And I couldn't navigate getting through all of this traffic because Long Island was a bevy of craziness. This weekend especially was nice. Here's a big thing. They say this is the most trending thing Long Islanders are doing now because they're not really flying or going away so much. So they're having these local kind of getaways. They're big into now hiking and camping. So let me give you my thoughts on that. Look, I don't need to go away to get a tick or Lyme disease. I could just run into the bushes down the block. I can go for a run and just run through the bushes in my shorts with no shirt on and get a tick bite and then contract Lyme disease. But let's say you want to make a day of it. Say it's not enough to just get a tick bite. You want to embrace, maybe get many tick bites. Maybe you want to bring the dog. Maybe the dog can get some ticks too. I'll tell you where to go to get the best tick bites and Lyme disease. You go to Heckscher Park. Tick Central right there. Plenty of ticks, all for everybody to get. You know, plenty for everyone. They are not short of ticks. You can go to Montauk. You say you want a really long ride. So this way when the Lyme disease is starting to settle in once you're on that long road back and you just drive off Old Sunrise Highway into the Long Island Sound for a lovely dip of the fall cool water while you're hallucinating from the Lyme disease you've contracted while trying to be a trendy camper on Long Island with your high socks and your glockenspiel. What do they call those? Those ugly shoes that Steve loves? Birkenstocks. Steve is a big Birkenstock guy. He loves those ugly, hideous, combination clog from the 70s, those old clogs that the Charlie's Angels wore, clogs and flip-flops. They put a clog, and they went to Holland, they got the clog from there, and they went here and got the flip-flop, put it together, and Steve bought it on Amazon for $72. and they called it a Birkenstock. So Steve can do his Birkenstock dancing with that, and so he enjoys it. I said to Steve, it's no holds barred. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. If you're going through personal stuff, that's okay. You know I'm your friend. I'm always there for you, and I will always make fun of you. Nothing is too tragic that I cannot rip apart Steve or be a kinder, gentler human being. It's not in my nature. Once again, I'm a hard taco shell kind of guy. That's true.
Absolutely.
That is true. But there's actually Wading River. People go camping. But here's a new thing. So say you don't want to get ticks or Lyme disease, but you want to camp. There's a new thing called glamping. Glamping with a G. Glamping. And what glamping is they have this at Fire Island. It's kind of glamour camping. What they do is you get a big, huge safari tent they supply you with. It's huge. You get it's got 2 queen-size beds, fireplace, barbecue, a grill. Beautiful. It's just gorgeous. You can fax from there if you need to fax. Does anybody really fax anything? Anything. The ranger could take you on a little jaunt, if you will. So that is something you can do, which is on Fire Island, and it's called glamping. So you can look that up. Order yourself. I think it's only like for a weekend, maybe $20,000. So you blow the child's college fund. You go glamping with your mistress or the person you're cheating with, and you go glamping. And that's really...
You're tacky and I hate you.
Is that dirty enough for you?
So that's something you could do. But here's my thought on that. And I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on one second. So I'm of the traditional sense, and I'm not a camper by any means, but I would say if you're going to go camping, go camping. Don't glamp this glamping nonsense to feel like a camper. Do the true camping. I want the true camping experience. I want the tick bite. I want the Lyme disease. I want to get lost while I'm camping or hiking in some forest somewhere where I'm lost and helicopters have to go overhead and they have that Amber Alert sign, missing adult, and you're lost for weeks in the brush where you get so hungry you start eating your own arm. One of those kind of stories where that's what I want to embrace. See if I can survive. I don't need to go. I can go to a hotel. I want that camping where I wake up to this. I want to be mauled by a bear. You're supposed to do that when a bear comes at you like this. Then you'll be okay. You tell him, funny man Stevie K said to do that when the bear's mauling you. I don't know if we have a huge bear problem on Long Island. We have a lot of problems on Long Island, but I haven't seen a lot of bears running around. But who knows? I don't really go camping. I mean, I don't see them in Marshall's. So that's really where, or the vitamin shop, or your local drive-thru. So I wouldn't see them. I'm not at any of these places. They don't come to Gov's Radio. I never see them. I could enjoy and have one of them on as a guest. But that's, yeah, sure, do that. So that's that's how I would go camping. You want to rough it. You want to be like the Donner Party where they start eating each other. Who's the first? Who's up first? That's real camping. I don't want electricity. Come on. I think we should start a GoFundMe page for Facebook and Instagram because I don't think they have enough money. They're not working. something's wrong. They need more money. More. They just need more. Less is not good. They need more. Speaking of more, I'm going to give you a little rant before I end with something nice. So, of course, during, as any good people that we are, during a troubled time of crisis, we all come together, right? Terrible situation last year into this year with the pandemic. So, workplaces try to do good things, right? They work remote, do that. Boom, work from home. But they see, right? These little slimy used car salesman people see, hey, this is working out not bad. I could get rid of half my workforce, not have to pay rent on a building or something like that, and I'll just keep 2 of the employees to do all the work from their home, and I'll pay them less because I'll tell them they don't have to travel in. So this is what's going on as a massive thing going on all over the place, right? Because sure, as any good crisis, we all come together, but then at the end of the day, we all think about ourselves. But as an actor in the acting world, it's no different, because with auditions, and you would only be able to get auditions via an agent, a manager. You need somebody to get you in the door to get these auditions. But now, through this crisis, you were doing self-tapes. You were sending them in. So, as any good, again, place thinks, and acting and the TV and movie industry is no different. They now have us producing, editing, being the director of photography, lighting, sound, put it all together yourself, send it to us, and then we'll put it and just put it in. We'll drop it. We'll cut and paste it and drop it into our movie, and we'll do that. So they're making the actors now and actresses and all the performers and artists do all of the work. Again, cutting out. So then why do you need an agent? Why do I need an agent? Why do I need representation if I'm doing everything myself? So I just wanted to gripe about that as well. I have a lot of anger today. I'm so angry. In another minute, I'm going to rip my computer in half. But I only have to hang on for 8 more minutes, so then I could go insane after I shut off from you people. See, I try to be nice. I want to keep you guys in a pleasant mood. It's Monday. It's fall. Soon you'll get to go out and rake your leaves. That's always fun to do. And I want you to think about this. Do you enjoy raking leaves or shoveling snow? Or mowing the lawn? Those are your 3 choices. Mow the lawn, rake the leaves, or shovel the snow. Or drown yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go on something lighter. This is fun. I try to give you something fun. Look at this. Pumpkin decorating. How nice. The local library in Massapequa is doing a pumpkin decorating contest. This month, contestants buy and paint, not carve. It says here explicitly, do not carve your pumpkin. Just paint it, your pumpkin, at home. Don't come near us. Stay away from us. And leave it to decorate the library. So you'll bring it back to them. October 23rd, you'll go to the Central Avenue Library. They'll display your pumpkin from between the hours of 11 and 3. They'll have a little judging contest. They'll do it the next day at the Bar Harbor Library I don't know why they get less hours at the Bar Harbor Library. Between 1 and 3. You get what? Oh, no, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. You have to drop them off on Saturday the 23rd between 11 and noon. You get that hour window to drop them off. Then they will display them between noon and 3, so for 3 hours. Same thing goes, you drop them off, actually, Central Avenue the next day. And they will display it, and then they will call you by phone. And here's the part I'm a little upset with. So I was excited. I said, this will be something fun I'll do. I'm going to paint a pumpkin. No. I read there's always little print that you have to read. It says designers, I guess, should be 12 years old and under. And of course, I just passed my 12th birthday a few weeks ago. So I will not be able to be eligible for the pumpkin decorating contest. And I feel that is discriminatory, don't you? That's ageism. I'm not on board with that. So I might have to start, maybe I'll ask Sally if we could do something at Gov's Radio. Decorate the radio station with some pumpkins and things like that. I'm going to, actually, I was looking up and I was trying to see what are the most trendiest costumes. I saw a costume. I don't know if I should tell you. I don't think I'm going to tell you because I want to surprise you when on the last show in the studio. I'm not going to do it at home. I want to be in the studio when we dress up and do that. So it won't be next week because next week will only be the 11th. Then it'll be the 18th. So the 25th, October 25th, Monday, October 25th, that'll be our final show. That'll be our Halloween episode. We will be doing a dress-up day. I'll have Sally dress up. I will dress up. And I have the costume I think I saw at Halloween Scene. See, I went in there looking for something for this weekend show at the Northport One Act Festival. And boy, they're so expensive, the costumes. It's ridiculous. And you can't return them. As everybody knows, I'm the king of returning things. You can't return costumes. Nobody wants a Ronald McDonald costume back the day after Halloween. There seems to be not a big draw or demand for people to dress up as Ronald McDonald and around the Thanksgiving time. I don't understand it. It's just the way of the world. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't want to know. It's just, it's very upsetting to me.
Oh, good grief.
That's what I would say. That's what I say to all of you.
Oh, good grief.
So, anyway, that was, that is, a little bit of the, pumpkin carving contest, a little Halloween update. I want to kind of give you guys something positive. Do you know, Halloween, again, looking up all these kind of interesting little things, Halloween is everyone's second favorite holiday right after Christmas. It goes back and forth. It's actually almost tied second and third with Thanksgiving. Easter and July 4th are 4th and 5th. We as Americans, definitely Long Islanders, I mean, Easter and the whole really story of the Bible and the whole thing, and it's very beautiful, and no. It doesn't compare to wearing a dirty nurse costume on Long Island. That's something should be celebrated. Or, you know, dressing up with a wig as your favorite and mine. Oh boy. Hang, wait for it.
Wrong.
That's not wrong. If it's wrong, then I don't want to be right. That was a great song.
This is unacceptable! No dough, no show.
Or you can.
Welcome to Fantasy
You can
Island.
always dress up as someone from Fantasy Island. But, like I said, we're going to have next week on the Steve Square Show, we will have Bobby Ruth. She'll be in the studio. We don't know what she'll be doing, but she'll be doing something. And hopefully, maybe Steve will be with us. I don't know when he's in indefinite leave right now. So if you're waiting for him, don't hold your breath. Sally's back in, so that's great. And that's very exciting. So she will be there. And it'll be a fun show. We'll have a lot of good things. And maybe Bobby will sing. Who knows what she'll do. You never know what she's going to do. She's kind of like always doing a lot of fun things for herself. But did I showed you guys that flyer, and of course, now that the show is over, I'm actually going to be going full force, head first, because I reconnected with some people to try to now reshoot and recast for a little longer than a trailer, but maybe redo the trailer of Dumbbells. So we're going to get that going, and I will post that on my Instagram if it ever works again, the Stephen R. Kaminsky Instagram, and also just on my page, Steve Kaminsky on Facebook. Let's see if it's working. I'm just curious. Let me see if this is working. No. It is not. That's something, boy, how they can't get themselves together. But anyway, so enjoy this week when you're at home tonight. and you're drinking a vat of vodka, munching down those tacos, whether it be soft or hard, it doesn't matter, because at the Steve Squared Show, we're all inclusive. If you're a hard shell taco person, if you're a soft shell, we don't discriminate here. We love all taco people. I embrace all of you, all of the nonsense. We love it here. I'm here to share gripes with you. And definitely next week, I need more of you calling in. We don't get enough call-ins anymore. Is anybody watching the show other than my family? I'm getting really, you know what? If I don't start getting some big responses soon, I'm going to stop delivering this high-class entertainment to you people. No, I'll never stop. I don't care. Actually, we're doing pretty good. I was checking the numbers. Sally said we're doing pretty good. She was probably just trying to be nice, but, you know, what are you going to do? So anyway, for myself, Funny Man Stevie K, myself, and myself, Stevie K. I want you all to have a wonderful week. Let's go, Yanks. Big game tomorrow night. Lock it in. A lot of good vibes. Get in front of your game. Get in front of the TV. Boy, Steve would share right now with you. Back in the day when there would be Yankee games on and I was a little more superstitious, you know, crazy. And I would be like, get out of here, because he's a Met fan, you know, and you know, so we would always battle and butt heads and things like that. So we would get into it. But so tomorrow night, big game, Yanks Boston. Hopefully Yanks can pull that out and keep it going. And for you guys, have a wonderful week. Enjoy. You know what? Pick your apples, pick your pumpkins. I'm not going to judge you. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Just as long as it's not near me. So once again, for all of us at, or myself, there is no all of us, for myself, for Govs Radio, the Steve Squared Show will be on next Monday, 6:30, hopefully with full cast. We'll be doing a lot of fun stuff. So tune in on govsradio.com. On your Govs Radio YouTube channel. I say Facebook with a laugh because it's still refreshing. Anyway, enjoy and have a wonderful evening.
That's the program. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.